Well, every year, the Georgia Cattlemen's Association names a new president for the organization. That individual will spend the entire year traveling the state to help grow and strengthen the membership organization.
This year, the president is GILLOOLY of Wadley, and the Monitor's Mark Wildman paid him a visit on his farm.
On this farm in Jefferson County is where current Georgia Cattlemen's Association President GILLOOLY loves to be. He manages Smith Angus Farm and CES Polled Herefords, which is the farm of his wife's grandfather, Charles Smith. A native of Indiana, Kyle grew up farming and raising cattle. He also has always been willing to give back to the cattle industry and feels the Georgia Cattlemen's Association is a great voice for beef cattle producers.
It's an honor to serve an outstanding membership. It's an honor to have the encouragement and support of some of the leaders I've been able to work with the last several years on the executive committee. And so to have their support to step up and play this role is an honor for me.
During the next year, his feet will be on this farm a lot less, but the work he will be doing will help all of the members of GCA.
I look at it as a connection between the membership and our staff to be a voice for them, to encourage them to have their own voice and to step out and talk about the cattle industry and tell their story of how they do their operations, how they work, how they raise beef, and just to be an encourager for them to step up and play a bigger role in our industry.
Will Bentley is the executive vice president of the Georgia Cattlemen's Association. He works full-time for the organization and feels that rotating a new president in every year is good for the organization.
It's an important part of what we do because it allows us to get fresh ideas and fresh leadership every year. Oftentimes we'd love to have those ladies and guys for more than 1 year, but we understand that it's important to keep moving forward, to keep bringing in new folks and new leaders from around the state.
He and Kyle will be meeting a lot this year and discussing important issues for the Georgia beef cattle producers.
It's an important role as the president of GCA. You're really the leader of an industry that has a $1 billion farm gate value as of the last data that came out from the University of Georgia, and an economic impact of over $5 billion. So the role as president of the Georgia Cattlemen's Association is very important. So we do a lot of discussions about legislative issues. Overregulation is one of the quickest ways to impact our industry. So we talk about that a lot. We talk about some of the marketing, the health of cattle. The cattle health and well-being is an important part of what we do as producers in the state and as an association.
It may be a tough year for Kyle, but the work he will be doing is vital for all of agriculture.
We have a lot of issues that require our attention from legislators, our congressmen and women, not only here in Atlanta, but certainly in Washington, D.C. And we have a strong voice from our opposition, people that are anti-agriculture, people that are out to bring down the meat animal industry. And we know firsthand that the more people on our side to tell our side of the story, the better off we'll be.
Reporting from Wadley, I'm Mark Wildman for the Georgia Farm Monitor.